back to another episode of I Hate Golf. It's awesome. My name is Caleb. He is Mark. We're coming to you today, as always, from Old English Trail Golf Club in Florence, South Carolina. It's a cold day. It's been a cold winter. How's the winter going for you?
Don't ask me.
Don't ask.
It's been. In fact, I was just thinking my voice is still a little weak. It's been a couple months of doctor's offices, hospitals, and emergency rooms. But outside of that, it's been great.
It was just supposed to be like a normal procedure, wasn't it?
Just outpatient, boom, you're gone. Couple days in the chair, you'll be awesome. And it's like a couple months later, back in the chair.
Yeah. That's why I have spent a lot of time this year and the end of last year. It is 2025. This is the first episode we're doing this year. A lot of time in the pro shop and not as much time as I've normally spent on the course, which has been, it's been a cold winter, like I said, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. I've had Josh and Joe out doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but it's been a nice change of pace. But excited to get out there and just to get some more stuff done while we can.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of cleanup. Looks good. It's funny. It's one of those things that people notice when it's there, but once you clear it and clean it up, they don't notice.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things.
Well, even when you do something dramatic like what we did last winter along 1, 2, 10, it's like 2 times of wow, it looks great, and it's never mentioned again. Yeah. It's what happens. But no, it's good for the health of the golf course. What we focused on at the beginning of this winter is a lot of the smaller stuff, the stuff that grows up throughout the year, but a lot of it's stuff that's just never been maintained. It's trimming this bush here, taking out this tree there, instead of kind of doing more of the bigger projects that we did last winter of, okay, let's clear out this 100 yards. It's, okay, let's get this one along the fairway, this one by the tee box. And it adds up a lot. So it's been good to get out there and get that done.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, I know you've been stuck inside a lot, but still been able to get quite a bit done.
Yeah.
We've had some big projects, got the whole drainage water issue fixed on 12 finally. So there's not a 6-foot deep manhole there to drive into.
6 foot might be generous.
Really.
It was pretty deep.
Yeah.
That was nice to finally get that taken care of. So
that's all settled. Now we've got to get some rye on it real quick to get some grass to start perking in there, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. It's spring will be here before we know it, but we still have time to get some bigger projects done. We've done a lot of work starting, at the back of the range as far as extending that, making it so, anything with a driver isn't lost. That's going to be very helpful for us and will, allow us to kind of upgrade the range and the whole practice facility as a whole. That's a big thing to me that I think about a lot is, if I want to go to a course, whether it's my home club or just anywhere, it's like I want to have a nice range. Even if I just hit, warm up balls for 5 minutes, it's like I don't want to hit on a crappy range. So that's a big thing for me.
Again, a project no one sees.
Right. Yeah. You literally can't see it at the back of the range. So yeah, getting the drainage back there, we're going to work on that soon. It gets so wet down in there. That's where all the runoff is. But, we have it kind of figured out of, okay, we need to go in here, clear this out. It's just a matter of, finding the time. And with it being a colder winter, one of the kind of big headaches has been we haven't been able to get out onto the course, as early as we have in the past or in other seasons. And it's kind of been 10:30, 11 o'clock before we can even get out there. So that, with the days already being short, that really limits what we're able to get out there and do. So that's been something we've been fighting as well. But, there's always things to work on inside as well. We got some work done upstairs and, there's more projects that we're going to be working on. So. Yeah,
exactly. Well, it's just like, we do have bigger projects on the board, like the range that we haven't even released that information. It's just, okay, when can we get to it?
Right.
When can we when can we tackle the big projects again? So it's ongoing. If you're trying just to exist, okay, you just sit there and exist. But if you're trying to improve it and continue to make it better, there's always a multiple list of things to be doing.
Yep. Yeah, it seems daunting when you sit down and kind of lay everything out of everything we want to do, but it's just like I said about taking out the little things. It's like if you just start knocking off the little ones off the list gets a lot shorter. And the big ones are always going to be there. The big projects that we'd like to do, that's the stuff that you really have to kind of plan for and make part of your year. But as many little things that we can get knocked off and we can do, one or two bigger things a season. It's like, to me, that's a big progress.
And the fun part for us too is whether it's a little project or a big project is actually getting it done.
Yeah.
That's really what makes it fun. It's like, oh, look, nobody else noticed, but we notice, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just like clearing out behind number 9. It's been there forever, all the scrub, and it's just, I can probably guarantee you no one's going to come in and say, wow, you cleared that out.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, that's probably, and it was taking out 2 bushes. It's not the biggest project in the world, but the visual difference that it makes, and we are starting to do kind of the same thing along the tee box on 9 and behind the 8th green. I was just out there today, and, it's funny you said about it's nice to finish projects. It's like my chain popped right before I could finish the last bush. So now I'm going to be thinking about it. It's like I'm so close, but, it's nice to see, to me, the big thing is, aesthetics. It improves the aesthetics of the course, but it also, it helps us out a lot in, taking care of the course during the season. It's like there's a lot of places where I've been taking down some of the lower hanging limbs that, they like to catch golf balls, but they also like to catch mowers. It's not fun, whether you're driving through a cobweb or just having to hold a tree limb up. It's not fun to deal with that all summer. So, taking the time to do that now will help us out in the long run.
Yeah, the cobweb at 5 a.m. when it's pitch black.
Yeah.
Feels like somebody threw a rope at you.
Yeah, it's like it's on you, but you don't know where. That's not fun to deal with.
Hopefully it's just the web.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got something, the annual trip to Orlando, the PGA Golf Show, coming up next week.
Yep, that'll
be
next week.
So you'll be there for that. You'll get to see all the latest and greatest and get to say hello to some people and interact with. And in fact, I was just thinking about you've already seen the new Callaway stuff. You saw that last fall, being on the staff. Yeah,
I was able to actually go get fitted for my new driver. It's the Callaway Elite. It's I didn't get to hit the full lineup, but I did get to hit the new driver. In fact, that should be showing up for me any day now. I've kind of been waiting for UPS or FedEx or whoever shows up with it every day, but yeah, I was able to hit that, and I actually. Just based on, I had my old driver there, and then I hit the new one based on, I don't know if it's the shaft or if it's the head. I am going to a different shaft.
We know it's not from practice.
It's not from practice, but I was getting 15 yards further. And it's like, I can't say that's going to happen to everyone. Maybe I was just swinging better with the new one. I like the shiny new toy, but geez, 15 yards, it's like, that's a no-brainer. So, I'm excited to see that show up here in the next couple days and see the full lineup at the show, get to talk to our reps and stuff, see what the full lineup of Callaway, see what we're going to bring into the shop this year from, Puma and other companies like that. And it's nice to get away, especially with as cold as it's been, although it's been cold in Florida too. It seems like it's been cold everywhere this year.
Yeah, their cold's better than our cold.
Yeah, their cold's a lot better. Their cold's a lot better than our cold, but no, it'll be nice to get down there and, take a little bit of break. And it's fun just walking around the show and, last year it was a little bit bigger than, it slowed down around COVID. There weren't as many vendors and stuff. Last year it felt bigger than I thought it would be. And geez, just going through the list of, vendors the other day, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to have to go for one day or two, because, when you walk around, it's neat to just kind of, you get stuck at a booth and you watch someone go through something. It's like, well, there went 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah, I'm excited to see what we can bring into the shop and stuff like that. So,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
I'll be right here.
Yeah, you'll be here watching the shop. So you got your break. You got your medical break.
I used up my 3 years of vacation time in emergency rooms and hospitals.
Yeah, you used it up all at once. So you're gonna have to build it up for a while now. But
I will tell you, sitting in that recliner was like probably the worst thing you have to do. It's like, get me out of here.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely good to have you back. It's good to get to be back on the golf course doing some of the stuff that I want to do, and something I want to work on a little bit more this year. And we've dabbled with it, and doing this. But trying to put out more videos, more content and stuff of what we're doing here. And it's just always been kind of, the hard process of, do I take the extra time to make the videos and do stuff like that? Or do I, do a little bit of extra mowing? And it's like, we've taken kind of the approach of, okay, let's just do the daily stuff for the past, however many years. And that's nice and fine. It doesn't mean we're going to stop doing that. But I want to try to, devote more of my time to being able to put more stuff out and let people know what we're doing here, that we're not just trying to be your run-of-the-mill daily fee course. That's not the goal of what we're trying to do in the big picture stuff, but really trying to put some more stuff out there. So I'm excited about that.
Well, that's we've talked about that a couple of times, how my frustration is not doing what I enjoy doing. So I'm going to give every effort to give more focus to the Coach One For Me program and create more junior activity, which is basically, to me, family activity. Getting parents involved with their kids, and instead of just getting kids involved with golf. It's that next step. And, I'm already getting ready to make some phone calls and see if we can get some things established. And, and again, in the name, Coach One For Me, I don't care if it's 2 kids. That's fine with me. It usually ends up 40 to 50 to 60, but that's just fine. If it's just a couple of kids that get something out of it and they get connected and enjoy it and use the game of golf in their life to develop their skills and interact with people, that's worth it. So again, we've had 2.5, 3 years of being just overloaded with transitioning the golf course. Hopefully we can finally start easing into some of the other stuff that we've been wanting to do.
Yeah.
And to me, it's getting more involved with the community, which, I know how to go from here to my house and a couple of stores, and I know nothing else about the community so far, because that's all I've done.
Yeah.
It's like, sun's up, you're here the entire time, and you don't leave until it's not. And sometimes you're still here when it's not.
Yeah.
So, I think that works out for both of us, and hopefully we can push some of that and make it happen. Because I know I hear all the time, being in the shop, when are you going to do the next podcast? It's like, ask Caleb. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's what everyone always asks me, and they'll ask, well, how do you like Florence? And it's like, I like what I know of it, but I don't know very much of it. It's like, I can't really tell you a whole lot about it other than the golf course. So it'll be nice this year to hopefully get to do some more things that we set out to do when we got here. This was a great opportunity for us, and we were really excited about coming here, and I think we're still really excited about the opportunity that we have here. It's just, trying to find the right balance of doing the stuff that has to get done every day and doing the stuff that we enjoy doing. Not to say that we don't enjoy doing the daily stuff. I like walk mowing greens and doing bunkers and all that stuff, but doing some of the bigger stuff is a lot of fun.
Right.
So I'm definitely excited about that. What are your other thoughts? Throw something at me. We never really talk about what we're going to talk about beforehand.
No, we don't.
That would involve planning, so we don't have time to plan.
No, really. We don't have time to talk. No, it's like, well, you're in little Helen Maisie. It's 4 months now.
4 months today, actually.
Wow.
So 4 months old. I don't remember if we talked about this. I was going to look up when the last time that we did an episode was, but
Was
I
there a
didn't
Helen
want to-
Maisie?
I really don't. I don't think so. I know this is a new table. We feel very far apart. But yeah, I don't remember if we did one or not. But yeah, Helen Maisie turned 4 months old today.
Yeah, your little baby girl.
So that's been a big change. You know, that's taking up a lot of time, but it's a good use of time. So
Absolutely.
So that's
Cool.
That's been a lot of fun. It's very, very different. I didn't have really any expectations, but yeah, it's
Well, I've been
fun.
working on a rotation already, so she can get through the ball.
Of course, that's what you think about. That's So no, that's the biggest change in well in all of our lives. It's like people that don't know. It's like guys live right down the street from us, so it's like mom's watching her in the day now that Danny's back at work, and it's definitely a family effort.
It's a different perspective, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely,
and it's a good thing.
It's definitely a different perspective. So, well, you want to keep this one short, or you want to talk about TGL? You want to talk about fake professional golf?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be glad to share my insights into fake golf.
I think you should start it then, if you want to go ahead.
Well, in fact, I shared this with you the other day. It's like, again, I'm an old guy, but at the same time, I was always one for new concepts and ideas. But it was always based around golf and the enjoyment of being at a golf course and being out there and, even walking the golf course for 9 holes and just taking it in for what it was and enjoying that. It's supposed to be recreation. And I think to a certain extent, we don't grasp that anymore. Very, very few people do. And it's just like, I think people would actually fall in love with golf if they went out there and enjoyed being out there. And it's like, okay, today I sucked, but you know what? That's okay. I still had a great time doing it. And because to me, the big issue is obviously because of what we do in this world we live in, we project everything onto the best in the world. And that's such a small number of people, and they do it for a living, and they're so disciplined. There's absolutely zero comparison to what they do and what I call the real golf world does. It's just learn to enjoy it. Don't be fighting to be a one handicap or whatever. It's just enjoy the game. If you're a 13 handicap, and I've told you, it's like, I think it's hilarious. Somebody's shooting 95, 96. I can spend a couple of times with them and show them how to shoot 84 and 85. It's not that complicated. Now, if you're shooting 75, trying to get to 65, that's tough. That's brutal. And people don't have time to do that. And that's one of the things I always talk to people about when they came. It's like, okay, can you teach me how to play golf? Well, absolutely I can. I can give you a great swing and show you how to play the game. I've actually taught more golfers how to swing a club than I've taught how to play the game of golf, there's a big difference. Learning how to play and learning how to swing a club is 2 different things. But I always ask them, so how much time do you have to commit to this? Well, it's like, I can come in a couple times a week after work and hit golf balls. Okay, based on that, here's where we can take you. And it works. And what it does, it eliminates snap clubs, broken golf carts, divots and greens, and all of that stuff, because your expectations are real. And that's the problem. I keep seeing the same people get mad over and over, and it's like, who are you fooling? That's who you are. I don't understand. And it's just like, learn to back out of that. And it's like, the problem is most of us are competitive. So that's what gets us, that competitive attitude. And it's like, learn to focus that competitive attitude into, okay, let me practice my putting and chipping once this year and see if that does any good. And lo and behold, it might take 2 or 3 shots off your score. But it's just, everyone went nuts over the Live Tour. And I thought, well, what's the big deal? They're playing golf. In fact, they're playing golf all over the world in places that they didn't see events before. I thought that was pretty cool. And they ripped them for playing 54 holes. PGA Tour used to be 54 holes. Champions Tour used to be 54 holes. But so they started with 54 holes, and I don't see the problem, the whole shotgun start. Actually, if we're watching it on television, I thought that was pretty cool. Everyone's out there. Obviously, networks don't get as many commercials, so maybe they're not excited about it. But no, I think it's just getting back to, and that's what our whole junior parent program, grandparent program's about, is actually enjoying the game of golf. Because, for years, I'd see it all the time. It's like a dad or someone's bringing their 9-year-old to the clinics and thinking, this could be the next Tiger Woods right here. And I would always like, I don't care. Yeah, there's an opportunity, but that's up to them. Because as I've told you, most junior golfers experience burnout. Dramatically. I did. After I graduated high school, I quit golf for 2 years because I was burnt out. Because I did it every day. And it's just like, I turned it into a job. And then when I started playing again, it's like I enjoyed it more. So I guess my soapbox lecture is start by enjoying the game. Yeah, try to get better and figure out how to get better. That's part of the fun. That's part of the enjoyment. Well, I didn't shoot 49 today. I shot 46. That's fun. But the 49 has to be fun too. Maybe not as much, but it's just like that's part of your process and just enjoy it. So seeing this stuff, it's like I don't get it. And it's all about celebrity golfers. I understand that. That's our culture. That's what we worship. We worship celebrities and entertainers. So it's like everybody wants to be around them. So it's like, oh, let's see what Tiger does and see what Tiger says. And Scheffler, and that's pretty cool how they're out there right in front of us. It's like, okay, maybe I'm just the old grouchy guy and get off my lawn. I don't know. But it just doesn't, I don't get it. I didn't get Top Golf either. And I know some people enjoy that and have fun. And that's okay, but it's not the same enjoyment you're ever going to get on a golf course. And to me, the ultimate is if you can still do it, is once a week, if you play 3 or 4 times, once a week, go out and walk 9 holes. Experience it at that level, and you might start to understand, hey, wow, this is pretty cool, instead of doing a drive-by on every hole on a golf cart full speed. Even though we want people to ride in golf carts because we have to pay our lease on our golf carts, so we need that revenue. But yeah, it's just like, I really am. It's like, to me, golf hasn't changed. I can still remember the first time I was actually on a golf course. I was probably 13. And I can remember that, walking that first 9 holes and how much fun it was and how mad I was at how bad I was when I got done. But it's like, it was okay because it was so neat to be out there. And I think we've lost some of that. And again, it's like, yeah, that's fun. Go ahead and do it and watch it and enjoy it. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. But that's not a part of your life. A part of your life is coming to this golf course or one of the other golf courses around and just going out there and enjoying it. And yeah, try to get better, but that's not what you do, so don't beat yourself up over it. It's just, I still don't get that. Maybe I'm just removed so far from the competitive nature of it. I've lost that. But, to me, competition, it's, yeah, play your buddy. Play your buddy for $1 each side, So you lost $3, and that's the enjoyment of it. So that's my spiel.
It was way more existential than I thought it'd be.
Probably went a little deeper than I was going, but you asked, so you got it.
No, I did ask. No, it's, that's, I don't really care about it either way. And, it's what you said about, it's kind of Top Golf, which I think Top Golf and Callaway are still the same company.
Oops.
So contractually, Top Golf is amazing.
Sorry.
I love Top Golf, but no, it's to me, it's not really golf. And I don't think this is trying to be golf. I think this is, they might not frame it with every commercial, but this is just pure entertainment, or
right.
it's supposed to be pure entertainment with, the golf filter on it. But yeah, it doesn't interest me. It interests me as much as, honestly, most tour events do.
Well, I can remember when we were playing mini tours in South Florida, it's like sometimes 3 or 4 of us or 7 or 8 of us, we'd go find a putt-putt golf course and play it.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't golf, but it was fun.
Right.
And identifying it for what it was. It's like, wow, that was a lot of fun. I don't want to go back and practice and get better at putt-putt. But, so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but my just main issue with it is more of less the existential, more of the production. It just feels so like they're putting on a show when you have this opportunity where the best golfers in the world are playing something resembling golf. It's not actual golf, but something resembling golf. It's like, I just want to listen to them talk, just listen to them talk about what they're trying to do, what they're and mess around with each other. It's like they don't need to be interviewed between. It's like half the time they can't hear them in the headphones and the mics don't pick up. It's like, just let them play. Yeah. It's like that's a lot more interesting to me than, and it's the same thing where it's like, I guess this is my old guy take. It's like interviewing coaches before halftime and interviewing guys in the dugout or in the outfield during the game. It's like, I don't care about that because I'm not going to learn anything there. It's like they're not going to say anything interesting because they're worried about losing sponsors, which I understand. But it's like they're not going to give some insightful answer off the top of their head when you throw out a softball question. It's just kind of the same stuff gets repeated, and
that's like I've always told people, if you're going to go watch a tournament, go watch a practice round.
Yeah.
And you'll see the guys, they're laughing and talking, and they'll talk to the gallery, and it's a whole different environment. It's enjoyable. It's fun. But it's like on their day when they're playing golf, they're playing golf.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now you're getting the walk-up fairway interviews with a guy that's I don't know. It's like it's tough enough without. But again, usually the people they're talking to are already worth $200 million.
Well, and I think they get paid. I know at least in baseball, it just came, I don't know if it was a big secret or they just figured it out. It's like they're getting paid for that. Right. They're getting a little bit extra. So it's like if they want to take it, they can take it. But yeah, it doesn't interest me really. Yeah. It's just kind of, it's a time of the year where there's really not a lot of golf going on. It's like I don't even know what the actual tour schedule is anymore. I don't think anyone does. Golf starts when the Masters starts, basically. That's when the golf season actually feels like it starts, and we're not far away from that, oddly.
So in short, I guess it's just go play golf.
Yeah.
And enjoy it.
At the end of the day, that's just go play golf. Go walk 9 holes or go walk 4 holes or 5 holes or whatever and just have fun, or please do rent a cart because, the cart lease isn't cheap. So, but no, I guess that's our tirade against fake professional golf.
I assume most of this is going to get edited out anyways.
I don't have time to edit it. I have a 4-month-old at home. I don't have time to edit anymore. Great. So, no, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. We're going to do more of these. I say that every time.
I was just going to tell you, don't say that.
We're going to do more of these. We're going to make time to do it. We'll figure it out.
After the show, you'll have to do one for sure.
Yeah. We'll have a recap of the show, and I'll put stuff out while I'm down there. It might just be Instagram stories or stuff like that, but make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or not Twitter, X.
X.
I can't keep track of it. Whatever you want to call it, it's fine. But I'll post links, all that stuff. So yeah, let's get out of here. I'm sure I have chores at home to do, so I need to go do those. Thank you for watching another episode of I Hate Golf, It's Awesome. My name's Caleb, he's Mark, and we'll see you next time.